You get to know Bill and Frank, you get to know Isaac, and you get to know Tommy more. Okay, that's fair. I definitely agree with the Bill and Frank episode. That was like a huge deviation, and I felt like that deviation was really good. I quite enjoyed that episode. The episode with strawberries. And Isaac was great. He was casted great. The only thing I didn't enjoy was his torture scene, because I gotta get a like full-on view of Harry Balls, which was a lot. But his scenes were good. I do wish they would have expanded more upon Isaac in season 3, since Isaac's more of like a season 3 bad guy for Abby. I don't feel like he really matters in context for Ellie. And I think if they would have used Isaac's time on the screen, on screen for season 2, if they would have pushed his screen time to season 3, they wouldn't have had to cut out so much with Ellie.
Hello?
But love Tommy. He's one of my favorite characters. I wish we would have gotten more of like DLCs with Tommy. I say this all the time, but I really think it would be cool to get any sort of material, whether it's a DLC or whether it's even just in the show, about the time frame between like the initial outbreak and us seeing Joel in the flash forward. So I thought that would be really cool. I really liked seeing Tommy and Joel's flashback when we learn that they grow up with an abusive father. Not that that's like a good thing, but I think it really gives a lot of context to them both as characters. And we now know that Joel's like super protective regardless of who it is. I mean, he loves his brother. Is there a coin? There are no coins in here. Ridiculous.
Show, right?
My fave show right now is The Night Agent. I have not seen The Night Agent. Maybe I should add to my list. What is it on? Is it on streaming services? Now, Ellie in the game is much more revenge-driven. Yes. So even the revenge that she does get in the show, it feels a little, like, I don't know, dull, or it falls a little flat for me. Just because when she does get her revenge, she just seems regretful about it, or it seems like she feels guilty, which is a bit unfortunate. Like, yes, she feels guilty about killing Mel and because she's pregnant, but I don't feel like she feels guilty for killing Owen or anything. She, even when Abby confronts her in the season finale, she comes out from hiding because, Tommy has a gun to his head, and she's just like, I didn't mean to kill them. I was looking for you. But like, what do you mean she didn't mean to kill him? She's supposed to kill all of them. That's in the trailer. In the trailer, she's literally like, I'm gonna find and I'm gonna kill every last one of them. And then in the show, it's just like not like that, I guess. She just like is only out to kill Abby.
This frequency currently in use. Hello, this is
TBH,
Abby from
honest,
Santa
Ellie
Barbara.
didn't want to kill
Can
Nora,
anyone hear
nor
me?
Owen or Mel. The reason she did is because, yep, they didn't tell her
If
where
anyone
Abby
can hear
was.
me, please
But
reply.
I don't think she, like, maybe,
Please answer.
I think she wanted to kill Abby more, but I don't think she felt remorse for killing any of the other guys. Like, she even says, like, damn, that was stupid. Even in the game, she says you both can survive this, so she still feels regretful for both. Really? Because I feel like,
24,
I don't know, maybe they kind of backtrack with the trailer then.
We're looking for fireflies.
But I think if Owen and Mel, or if she hadn't found out that Mel was pregnant, do you think she would feel regret for killing the two of them in the aquarium?
Okay.
I just feel like the show Ellie didn't have any resolve. Like, maybe both game and show Ellie did regret or feel remorse for killing them and didn't intend to kill them. Like, she didn't set out to kill them. But, like, the lack of conviction show Ellie gave was just, I don't know. It's just like, why am I even on this revenge mission with you? Like, you just don't, you've got to be coaxed through it.
doing now? Tyra.
Lev got bodied so hard right there. He's so little too that.
Ready?
Wait, what are you doing? Wait.
Oof. Maybe Jesse should have taken the air out of Dina like that. Didn't even give the dude time to process what he was doing.
Don't you fucking touch him!
Shit. One hell of a catch, huh?
Maybe the 4th season, since they're giving us a 4th season with Hanna-Barbera, maybe we'll actually see what Abby has to go through when she's captured by the Rattlers all this time. Bella Ramsey has very nice hands too. She does. I don't know what it is about it. Like, her hands just, they both have like hot hands. That's a weird thing to say, but like they both have like nice hands. The tattoo definitely adds to it. Will says, I don't want to say she wasn't as determined in the show, just feel like there's more room in a show. That's fair. I would say, though, that the fact that Dina had to remind her why she's there and convince her that they don't need to turn back because of the pregnancy, that tells me that she doesn't have as much conviction personally. Not that we might just have to agree to disagree on that one, just because I think personally that they could have shown her conviction and rage a little bit better, even if that was their intention. People for slavery. I think the conviction was portrayed when Ellie went after the hospital and not back to Dina first. That's fair. She definitely did look more determined there. I think what the show was trying to do was I think they were trying to make Dina Ellie's like moral compass, where if Ellie was away from Dina, in show at least, I think that Ellie kind of like lost her moral way behind. I think it's just the feeling she has for Dina in the game. I never got that she was in love. Oh yeah, show Ellie she was obsessed with Dina, as was I. The actor was great. Like, they really nailed the casting for Dina's character. From like the first 5 minutes, I think her name's Cassandra, like the actress's name is Cassandra. From the first 5 minutes Cassandra was on the screen, I was pretty hooked. She's just like great on screen. Her charisma, like, I do think she embodies Dina very, very well as a character. And her funny, like, little lighthearted jokes. So I loved that the two of them got more screen time. I just wish they had gotten together a little bit quicker. I know that they were trying to go for a slow burn, which I have nothing wrong with a slow burn. Slow burns are my favorite reading tropes. But I kind of wish they would have shown us more of Dina Ellie content before the start of game 2. So, like, for example, we see in Ellie's journal that they have some sexual tension, like some tension during the bonfire, and Ellie even says, like, you should have kissed me then. And it would have been really cool, in my opinion, for them to build that slow burn using that scene from the journal or other scenes pre Joel getting his head bashed in with a golf club, just because we would have then gotten the same slow burn feeling, but it wouldn't have altered the timeline so much. They wouldn't have had that weird 3-month timeline where Ellie kind of treats Dina like trash because Dina goes to visit her in the hospital and Ellie just gets annoyed. And then we also would not get Ellie being in such like a vulnerable mental state. We wouldn't get her being in such a vulnerable mental state right after Joel died, because when Joel dies, I mean, she's just in a completely different space mentally. And I don't think that she can really, after something so terrible and horrifying happens, I think it's different when you get in a relationship. I think it shows that maybe she was using the relationship as a bit of a distraction or a crutch. Not necessarily that's what it actually was, but I think there's more possibility that that was what it was, rather than in the game she gets with her beforehand and then she's supportive. So, but back to your point, totally agree. The extra screen time with Dina and Ellie and actually fleshing out their relationship was really great. I liked that a lot as well. I love how they did the immune confession. I'd take a bullet for you moment. Yeah, when Ellie says like, I would die for you, I would, but this is not one of those times. I was cracking up. I thought that was done really well. And when she drops the lantern that she's holding, and they go in for the kiss, lots of sexual tension, and well, not even tension. A great time to break the sexual tension. That was great. I'm doing it. When Will says, oh, there's a Will and a William in the chat. It did piss me off that the boat was so easy to get for show Ellie, right? She was just like, oh, a boat. But I kind of get that. Like, the boat scene was so much fun to play, just in terms of, like, the video game. But I don't necessarily think they could have translated that well through TV. Plus, you get more loot next. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Whenever you get a huge encounter, they give you more loot. She gets caught by scars on the island was actually a deleted scene from the game. Really? So Ellie was going to have the same hanging scene, and that's why they added it into the TV show? Because I feel like everyone who's commented on that was super confused as to why she was on Scar Island. I was very confused too. So knowing that it was a deleted scene, that makes sense. How long have you been playing this game? I've been playing for a while. This is kind of like the last scene. Scene's not a good word. This is the last arc, I would say, in the game before it ends. So I've been playing for a while. I don't know, like a good 30 hours, I would say, maybe a little less. There's a journal entry on the second section of the Rattlers. Okay, I will take them all out. In the making of episode 7. Yeah, I do not listen. Oop, I slipped. Oh yeah, look at that health kit. I don't listen to the extra episodes. Not even the podcast, which I feel like I probably could. I might about it. Oh, I will die if I jump off of that. I listened to... Thank you so much, Ember. I did listen to the podcast for the game with Ashley Johnson in it. That was a really good podcast. And then I listened to the podcast. It's called, like, Mash Those Buttons. They have a really good podcast that I thought. Make it posh. The accent. Okay, I'll try to make a posh accent. I'm glad they didn't kill Alice in the show. Oh my gosh. I am glad too, because I love dogs, but I talked about this a little bit on my videos. I think the fact that Ellie doesn't kill Alice or any other dog that she encounters, because she encounters another dog in episode 5 of season 2, and she just sneaks right past it, and I think it just really goes to show that the writers really don't want to make Ellie as a character unlikable, which is a little disappointing that they're shying away from that, because Ellie as a character is, in the game, she's supposed to be quite flawed, and killing dogs is one of the ways that the game producers used. It's a way that it was a tool that they used to make you feel uncomfortable with Ellie's actions, because you're the one shooting the dog and you have to hear the yelp, and you have to hear people crying over the dog. But yeah, that being said, I love Alice, so I'm okay with her not dying. Mechanic. I'm excited to follow Abby in season 3. I'm mixed, because I didn't personally like season 2 a lot, but I did really like all of the Abby scenes that we got her, so I think she's going to do really well in her own season. here's what I'm going to do. I think she's going to do extremely well when it comes to her own season. So I'm excited for Abby's season just because all this went out a few months back. Damn. It's going to be pretty heartbreaking to see the few months in the show, because I'm sure they're not going to skip it with the 3 months if they have so many episodes. Although there's 7 episodes, so maybe they just fully pack the episodes with like existing content. I think we might get 2 more 6-episode seasons over 4 years. So, ooh, I didn't even think about the fact they might not film 3 and 4 at the same time. There's a super big possibility that they don't. Ellie breaks the cycle. Abby didn't want to fight at all. Ellie avenged her father's murder. But then again, Ellie did kill Owen, the love of her life, so I guess it would be hard for her to break the cycle too. So ignore what I previously said. Well, I guess Abby kind of also knows that revenge won't solve anything. Like, she technically avenges her father's death, Jerry's death, by killing Joel, but she doesn't feel at peace, and she still has the nightmares all the way up until the point where she saves Lev and Yara, so she knows that revenge doesn't, like, yield anything, right? But Ellie doesn't know that yet. Well, now she does, but you know. I think at the points in time of this fight, Abby was a lot further along than Ellie was in terms of, like, acknowledging that revenge won't make you feel any better.